Hi there. We're going to do a 13-mile track in an average of over 100 miles an hour. So we need to straighten out some of these corners, hit a lot of the apexes, and do our braking in plenty of time to get round and accelerate straight out of the corner the other side. I'm just finishing off a warm-up lap here, coming into the start, and this is not a fast corner here, so we just hit the apex carefully and accelerate straight out of it now. Follow the apex down here to the left hand side of the road, and what I find with most apexes is if you can cut them, they're already bare, the grass is already brown. So this one isn't very, this one's quite a lot, so you can go up on there, and this one isn't again, and this one is quite a lot, so you can go on there. So you can learn a bit when you go around the track just to see what the apexes look like. The whole idea of this is to try and get the track straightened out. So you start off on the left hand side if you're turning right, and you start off on the right hand side if you're turning left. I mean, this is obvious to a lot of people anyway. What I'm going to tell you is, like over that bump just there, I came off the accelerator because we're in the air, and came back onto the accelerator hard to get around the corner. Now it's dead straight up here, and we don't have to do much until it gets right to the very end, and then I brake here hard, and then I'm accelerating again hard here. This rams the tyres into the ground, you get better grip to get round. And once again I braked hard to get to this corner and trying not to get up onto the grass, and accelerating hard out. Now as we come down this, another 2-3 turns here, there's a slight incline, that's uphill, so on the right hand side, and I often get this wrong, and I've got it wrong this time. Part of the road there tends to throw me onto the left even if I'm right in the middle. But now this is really quite a tricky turning coming up here, and you have to keep your speed down. I tend to left brake a little bit and keep the acceleration up at the same time, which gives me extra steering at the front, because you throw the weight from the back of the car onto the front wheels when you steer and accelerate at the same time. Just got off the main part of the road there. Here you brake a little bit, but not too hard. And this is the worst corner just there on this downhill section. Now you can go pretty flat out, brake here just a little bit, a fraction, get into the corner early in that one, and now more or less flat out all the way down here. I mean, I don't brake at all, I just tend to come on and off the accelerator. This is hard braking here into this turning. This is one of the ones where I sometimes use a little bit of left foot braking at the same time as accelerating to get around that corner. It doesn't look as big a corner when you go around it on this film than it does when you're doing it. Now this is another tricky one. If you can go out through there as flat out as possible, you don't need to brake for this corner, just come off the accelerator for a second and then straight back on it again. I'm trying to tell you the ones where you just accelerate. This is just straight now. I mean, obviously, the more times you go around here, the better you're going to know the course. This is a tight corner. Sometimes, if you get your speed up, you need to brake a bit earlier than you think to get around there safely. Now we've just got a nice long, kind of a straight. We just flat out all the way down here to what is actually my favourite corner on the course. It's a corner you can take absolutely flat out, and you can go flat out all the way to the next hairpin. Basically, I tend to lift almost out of panic at one stage. But okay, down here to the right, brake a little bit now, then flat out and around the corner. Just hold it there on the corner, flat out. Now you're coming up to a little rise here. You can go through here flat out. I tend to lift automatically, and I shouldn't. Brake hard, really hard here, and keep your foot on the brake until you know you're under control. That's a straight line braking. I'm trying to see where we are now. I'm watching this on a small screen. Oh yes, now we're going the old bit of the Nurburgring. Keep right to the inside there. If you put one wheel up on the bricks on the inside, it seems to be just as fast. Now coming up to it's like a double left here and then into a right. Now this is where I can just touch the brakes whilst I'm almost accelerating, and it just takes the front round. Keep accelerating here. I've gone too far, but it doesn't matter. I can keep it on line there. Now the next corner is more or less flat out. You don't have to stop at all for this one. Sometimes again I lift my brake. Now this one is quite tight, and you've got to cut the corner to get it right. There you go. Quite fast down here again, and then you're coming into a big left which goes on for quite a while, and then you've got to cut right and be a bit cautious with this one because it is a little bit tighter than you think. Now this one again is like almost a double right. It's easy to go too far there, but they have put concrete up on the left hand side, so as you can go for another one here. You've got to be careful not to drift out into the gravel on the right hand side. And then it's absolutely flat out down here. That's quite a big corner there, but you don't notice it. Now brake hard, and once again this is another tricky little corner because it's almost like a double corner. And now tuck up on the right hand side to cut across. We're flat out now, absolutely foot through the floorboards. You can touch the apexes, but I wouldn't reckon on going much further than that. And now brake early because you're going so fast. Give yourself a chance to slow down for this corner because it's more tricky than you think. Accelerate again and then slow down again to get around this bit here. Now out to the right because we're coming up to that last bit of banking. This can be taken quite fast, but keep on the inside. Now out to the right again because you're going to, sorry, out to the left again because you're going to be cutting across this corner. This is that apex there. Be careful not to go up on it. It can flip you up and get you into trouble. Now it's just flat out down straight right to the very end. This is where I normally stop and have a breather. There you go. Stretch out, let the body breathe a bit, and my steering wheel's good enough I can actually take my hands off and not worry about it, but I won't do it in this example because I want to get round the end. I think my warm-up lap, which I did at the start, was 7:24. This one's looking like it's a bit better. So it will be the last one. I'm not going to talk through another whole lap with you because it's 7.5 minutes to get round anyway. Yeah, something like 7.5, isn't it? And that come to the end of the straight. I forgot to tell you what to do. Brake very, very gently to start off with, and then continue with your braking when you get to the parts that you can brake a little bit harder on. Now we're coming up to the finish there. Fairly straightforward driving, really. And over the finish line, and what were we doing? Ooh, 7:20. That's not too bad. Well, you know, talking you through and showing you what to do, I'm happy. I just wanted to quickly add that as you get better and obviously faster, then you need to make your braking point at the corners much earlier. Otherwise, you're not going to get round. Okay.